Okay, so hey there guys, so today's video is going to be reading Christmas books until Christmas. I actually started reading a Christmas book today, and I will be telling you guys the TBR for the next week and a half or so, because I'm kind of getting a head start on my Christmas books today, but also I was kind of really in the mood to read this book today. So we're just going to go through the TBR for this week and next week. But pretty much I'm only going to be reading this book today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to be going into two other books that aren't Christmas books, and then I'm going to go back to my Christmas TBR. So the first book that I am currently reading, but also on this TBR, is He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley. I'll give an update on what I think of this and where I'm at in a second. But it's the first book in the Naughty or Nice series, so I really wanted to read that. And then the next one is a romance, and this one I believe is my book club pick for my Apple book club, and that is Hannah Grace's Holiday Ever After. I haven't been seeing the greatest reviews about this book. I also have never read a Hannah Grace book before, so I really wanted to read this because it just came out, I believe, like a month or two ago. So we'll see what I think of it. Also, the one I know I'm definitely reading, I'm pretty much starting with the books that I know I'm definitely going to be reading. And it's funny how these authors both have the same last name. Where the heck is this book? I might have to search it a different way. This is the only one that I own physically. By the way, all the books that I'm going to be reading in this video are going to be read on my Kindle because they're all on Kindle Unlimited except for one that I bought the book like a month or two ago already. And it's so beautiful, and I have to collect these books anyway. So that is Holly by Adeline Grace, and this is the holiday. It's not really a novella because it's like 300 pages, so it's longer than a novella. It's basically like a Christmas story. And it's like kind of a continuation of the Belladonna series because it's book 3.5, and it's like 300 something pages. But I'm definitely going to be reading this probably this weekend. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that one. Because I love the Belladonna series, and I wanted to wait till around Christmas time to read this book. Even though it came out at the end of September. I finally read Grimm and Oro at the beginning of this month, which also came out September 30th. They both came out on the same day. Holly and Grimm and Oro both came out September 30th. So I read one out of the two so far. And then another, I think there's two more romances on the TBR. This one I'm going to be reading on Christmas Day, I'm pretty sure, because it's a short little holiday novella. And also, this is like, it's 150 pages, so it wouldn't take me that long, hopefully. And this is actually the last book that I need to read to complete this author's backlist, because I've read all of her other books except for this one. I wanted to read this last year, but I just simply ran out of time, because I read like 7 Christmas books last year. This year I'm only reading 5, but that's still a lot. Or I'm hoping to read at least 5, and that is Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young, and this is a sapphic holiday novella, so I'm actually very excited for this. So I think it's gonna be really cute. I'll just read the synopsis as I'm updating you guys about these books. Like, honestly, Christmas books aren't really that different when it comes to talking about, the synopsises of them. And then the last one, I'm not sure if I'm going to read this because honestly, but everybody and their moms are reading this book this Christmas season, and that is B.K. Borison's Good Spirits. And the reason why I say that is because I don't really like B.K. Borison's writing, because I've tried to read 2 books by her, which were Love Light Farms and First Time Caller. And I always love, like, the first, 50 or 60% of her books. Like, I always get 5-star feelings from her books until I hit, not even, maybe, 60 or almost 70% of the book. Then it starts going downhill for me, and I don't really have this experience with other authors that often. But for some reason, everyone is talking about how good this book is. Because it's called Good. Because good is in the title. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get to it. We'll see. But honestly, I'm going to read all the other books that I talked about. And I might be Christmased out at that point. I might not want to read anymore. So I will see if I'm going to get to that one. But I'm going to read all the other ones for sure. I mean, I'm already reading one of them. So yeah, those are the Christmas books on my holiday TBR for the next week and a half. So I'll tell you guys where I'm at in He Sees You When You're Sleeping. I'm on chapter 20, page 150 already. I'm not going to go back to the title because the cover, because you guys already saw it on Goodreads. And so far, so I'm 46% of the way through. On Spotify, though, because I'm listening to the audiobook as well on Spotify, I've only listened to like a few chapters. I've read a lot of this on my Kindle today because today's like the first snow day of the entire season so far. Even though it's not winter, it's still technically fall. It's pretty much winter because we have been having such a cold fall, meaning I think we're gonna have an even colder winter because the winter solstice is next week. So far I've been enjoying this book so much, you guys. I've been eating this book up. But it says I'm 50% of the way through on Spotify, listening to the audiobook. So I'm gonna go back. Ow, my back hurts. But I have to get up in a minute, to have dinner with my family. And then I think we're gonna watch the new Knives Out movie after dinner, which I'm so excited about. I really want to watch that movie. It's on Netflix, so yeah. So anyway, I really have been enjoying this book. This book has been so much fun. And exactly what I needed right now. I just wanted something super bingeable and something that gave me the Christmas vibes without being like super Christmassy cliche. And by the way, I'm wearing my Grinch sweatshirt today. And I didn't realize I was going to film the intro to this today, but I was like, let me film it before I get too far into the book. Because like I said, I'm already 50% of the way through pretty much. Because this is pretty much 50% of the way through because I only have like 100 something pages left because it's like 306 pages or something. So it's not going to take me that long to finish. So it says, why choose between naughty or nice in the steamy, suspenseful, Christmas-themed stalker romance that's perfect for dark romance fans seeking a spicy, festive listen? It's the night before Christmas and I'm alone in the house. Popular jewelry influencer Chloe Hallman is steeling herself to spend another holiday on her own. Instead, she finds herself drawn to two different guys, a smoldering hot fan of her secret, seductive online persona, and a sexy fireman named Jack who looks out for her in their NYC neighborhood. She has no idea that secrets, her darkest desires, her deepest secrets... Oh my god, sorry. My contact, is on the side of my eye right now, and I didn't go back into the bathroom to fix it yet because I didn't want to get off my ass out of my cozy, comfy bed. And also because it's so cold. Because I had to go clean off my car earlier. But I did bake a gingerbread loaf today for work because we're having like this Christmas bake-off on Tuesday. And I wanted to bring in my gingerbread loaf. So I made it earlier today. So that's literally all I did today was clean off my car and make a gingerbread loaf and cuddle up in my bed and read. And it's been an amazing day because I really needed the downtime because I'm so tired. And then I'm doing stuff with my friends tomorrow and Tuesday and Friday because then I work Wednesday and Thursday. And then I work the entire weekend next weekend. So I really needed to be off today. I actually was supposed to work this morning and I was like, I would have been dead. I'm so happy somebody picked up my shift. I'm like, I really didn't want to come into work today. So it says, she has no idea that I know her better than she knows herself. Her deepest secrets, her darkest desires. She's careful, but I've been watching, never leaving footprints in the snow outside her home. Jack was the first responder to the accident that stole a beautiful young woman's family 2 Christmases ago, and he's been quietly guarding her ever since. When Jack uncovers Chloe's secret account, his obsession only grows. Both he and Chloe are drawn to the darkness that mirrors their own. She's my Christmas wish come true, and I'm hers. She just doesn't know it yet. Will Chloe's Christmas be a tale of fiery passion or a dangerous game with a man whose love knows no bounds? Yeah, so good. So far, it's so good. So Jack is like secretly the fireman that is watching her constantly. And he's also called the Winter Watcher, which I actually love that name. I think it's such a good name. And the thing is that Jack is like, he's obsessed with her, but like, he's such a charming, good guy with her. Like, when he actually, finally starts talking to her, because he keeps on like visiting like this coffee shop that she goes to regularly, like a few times a week before work to get her morning coffee, obviously. So he eventually like runs into her, or she runs into him there, because he gets like the same exact order that she gets. And she was like, oh, that's really an unusual order, soy latte. Because, like, most people don't get soy milk. So it's just, like, so cute the way that they're encountering each other. And I just find myself giggling. And also, like, this book is super hot as well. This book is everything that Caught Up wasn't. Like, the stalker vibe of this book is just so well done. And it's just really well written and really entertaining and really funny and just fun. And I'm just having such a good time reading this. And then so she works for like this jewelry company, and she's like she's not a jewelry designer, but she like takes the pictures for like these big like jewelry companies, like for these jewelry designers. And there's this one guy named Tyler, which is technically her superior, and he's always had like this obsession with her, like following online, because she has like a TikTok, and um she always tries to build up like her social media posts of like showing off these jewelry pieces to her followers. And Tyler's always telling her like, hey, you could do this to like improve your views and stuff like that, and your followers and stuff, to get more followers. And she's like, yeah, great, thanks, bye. Like, she really like doesn't want to talk to him that much, but she has to, because technically he's her boss. So he's like kind of weird though, because he's shown up to her house like a couple of times at this point, and he shows up to like try and take her out to like this winter party that's happening. I'll be right there. um so it's funny, like her encounters with Jack is always like, oh, he's so cute and charming and safe, even though he's been stalking her this whole time, like watching her in her house. And he even installs a camera at one point, and it's crazy. Like, he like debates whether or not he should install it, and he's like trying to fix her smoke detector batteries. So like it's just, there's like so much going on in this. So he goes in and installs a camera while he's changing the batteries, because her neighbor lets him in, because he's like, oh, I was going to check on the smoke detector for her. So it's just really funny. But I have to go, because I have to go eat dinner. So yeah, bye. And I'll update you guys when I finish the books. Bye. Okay, so hey there, guys. So we officially, let me just pull it up, because I forgot. It's literally like right here though. So we finished He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley. Did I say her name twice? And I almost gave this 5 stars. I enjoyed this so much. I mean, there was kind of like a couple of cheesy moments where I couldn't quite give it 5 stars. I'm giving this a 4.5, because usually when I give books a 4.5, there's just a couple of things that I wasn't like obsessed with, or just a couple of things that, but this was that just couldn't quite make it a 5 star. But I was so entertained during this book. I was genuinely worried for the main character around like the 250 page mark, because there was a lot of things happening that was like building up, that was like threatening her career, and like she found out who Jack really was. And also there was things happening with her best friend at work, and all of it just coming together. I was like, damn, I really feel for her right now. Like, I was just worried about her. And Tyler was being a scumbag, like he usually was. He like threatened her in some way, and I was like, I'm more worried about this character in this book right now. than I have been in some thriller books lately. I'm like, dark romance books? They give you like the thrill that you're looking for from thrillers sometimes, because some thriller books treat you like you're so dumb, and I hate that. So, yeah, I had a really good time with this. This is such a good way to start off this video. I thought it was just so good. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be going into next. I'm thinking about it being Holly by Adeline Grace, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to read it until like a couple of days before Christmas because, like I said, I am working Saturday through Monday and I'm working full shifts, like closing shifts, like 2 to 11, 1 to 10, and I think another 1 to 10. I'm not really sure. Saturday, I think I'm in, yeah, I think I'm in pretty late. Let me see, hold on. Saturday, yeah, 1 to 10. Sunday, 12 to 9, and Monday, 2 to 11. So that's why I wanted to binge a book today, and then I binged a book yesterday. So even though I worked yesterday and I worked a full shift yesterday, I still finished Bookshops and Bone Dust yesterday by Travis Baldree. So I'm doing pretty good, but I'm still off the next 2 days after this. So I'm going to start another book after this that's been on my TBR for way too long. But yeah, I think I'm just going to read the Christmas books that I'm in the mood for. Actually, I might just go right into the second book after. It won't be immediately after because, like I said, I'm going to go into a couple of other books that were on my TBR this week or this month before I go into the second one. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to read Good Spirits by B.K. Borson. Or I might just read like two. I might just read Holly right after I read the second book in He Sees You When You're Sleeping. It's called He Knows When You're Awake. The Naughty or Nice series, I mean, in the Naughty or Nice series, not in the title of the book that we just read. Don't mind me, it's late, so that's why I'm just a little tired right now. Why does it say read 2 times? I didn't read it 2 times. I read it once. It wasn't put twice on my Goodreads challenge. It was still only there once. Why does it stay on Goodreads shelf? So friggin' annoying. I hate that. Anyway, we're just gonna fix that after this because it's a Kindle read. It's not a Goodreads shelf physical book. But anyway, we're gonna go into the second one after this, and it's called He Knows When You're Awake. I'm gonna download it literally right now, and I'm gonna read it this weekend after I read Billy Summers, Tomorrow, and the third book in the Legends and Latte series, Brigands and Bread Knives. Because I think that one and He Knows When You're Awake are going to be really good books for me to read this weekend when I barely have time to read because I'm going to be working 9-hour shifts 3 days in a row. I don't think I've done that yet. I've worked like 9-hour shifts like maybe one day and then the next day, but I don't think I've done it 3 days in a row yet. So I'm going to be exhausted by Tuesday. And I think I'm going out for my best friend's birthday that day. Or actually on Wednesday. I don't think I'm working Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is anymore, you guys. No, yeah, we're going out Tuesday. And Wednesday's Christmas Eve already, so just have a non-stop schedule after Christmas. Till after Christmas, I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna go. But this was so much fun. I'll go into more of it tomorrow, or when we pick up the second book, obviously, that we're going to be reading. But actually I said pretty much everything I needed to say. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. So I want to let guys know that I did start the second book for this video. I don't know if I'm getting sick. My throat is just so dry today, and like I'm a little bit congested, so I don't want to talk like too much in this clip. I didn't even want to record a clip last night. Like I sound a little bit nasally, and I'm worried that I might have like something that's not a cold, and I don't want to jinx it or say anything, but that's the only thing I've been having. It's just a really dry throat and like feeling a little bit nasally, but like I feel okay otherwise. It's just, I'm always tired because I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm like one of those cozy girl queens. I actually got this mug from Medieval Times in Jersey when we went for my friend's birthday last year, and it says it's good to be queen, so I use it all the time for my coffee. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I started the second book for this video, which is Holly by Adeline Grace. This is the only one that I own physically and that I'm going to be reading physically. I actually have just been listening to the audiobook because I finished Tomorrow last night, and then I just wanted to watch a show because it was like 1:30 in the morning, and it's like I usually don't like starting books, like a new book then. If I like want to like finish a book that I'm like 30 pages left in, and if I can't put it down and I have to finish it, then I will finish a book like that late. But I don't like starting books that late. Or I just started the audiobook last night right before I got into bed. And now I've listened to like the first 9 chapters, I think. So I'm already on the first 8 chapters. I'm on page 120 already. And this is just like a silly, goofy little novella for Christmas. I'm glad that I waited to read this during this time, because if I would have read this when it came out, I would have not been in the mood for it, because all they talk about is Christmas presents and holly, literally holly, which is what the book is called. And it just reminds me so much of the Christmas novella that Stephanie Garber did for Caraval. It's literally sitting on my bookshelf, because that's like, these are literally the only 2 Christmas books that I actually physically own, because I don't buy Christmas books because it's like, I'm never going to reread them. What's the point of buying them when I can just read them on Kindle? That's why the rest of them that I'm going to be reading are going to be on Kindle. So, but I collect the Belladonna books because they're so freaking stunning. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know if I shared this on my YouTube channel. I probably didn't show this yet. So this is what the inside looks like. I showed this on my Instagram stories. It's so pretty. I don't want to lose my spot. And then on the inside, it has like this gorgeous end paper art. But again, it does really remind me of the art that was in Spectacular, because they did like the red print on the inside as well. And then this is the back. I believe this is Blythe and Eris. And the first 2 pictures, the first picture is Signa and Death. So yeah, basically Signa is just decorating the house, and she's just trying to find the perfect gift for Death, and vice versa for Blythe and Eris. Like, it's so A Court of Frost and Starlight encoded. I feel like all these fantasy Christmas books are always like the same story. So I wish it was like, a little bit different. We could have a little bit more of like suspense plots in these books while still finding the perfect gift. That's why I liked Spectacular a lot more. That was probably my favorite one out of the 3 so far, because I think it had a good like mystery suspense plot to it while still being about a Christmas gift. So yeah, that's pretty much it. After this, I think I'm going to go into the second book in the Naughty or Nice dark romance series, which is, I already have it downloaded on my Kindle, and it's called He Knows When You're Awake, which is the, I literally just read like the first page, but, because I got too tired last night to read more of it, because I'm reading that on my Kindle, obviously. So I'm going to probably just read that this weekend, because I really don't have that much time to read, like I said, this weekend, because I'm going to be working 9-hour shifts the next 3 days. I was supposed to go to see my friend today, like out, I don't even know if it's out, I don't think it's out east, I think it's more west, but I told her I can't go, and also, like, I'm seeing her on Tuesday for my best friend's birthday anyway, because we're celebrating his birthday on Tuesday. His birthday's actually tomorrow, but we can't do anything because I'm obviously working. So we're just going to celebrate on Tuesday, and a weekday just worked out better for all of us anyway. We ended up celebrating every single birthday on a weekday. Yeah. I think I even celebrated my other friend's birthday on a weekday. The one that I was supposed to see today. So this is the last birthday that I have to celebrate. So the next one is called He Knows When You're Awake by Alta Hensley, and this is the second book in the Naughty or Nice series, and I just needed like something mindless for this weekend because I'm going to be so burnt out. I was thinking about reading this regular Christmas romance, but I kind of just want to finish and continue this series because the first one was so fun. And then after that, I'm probably going to go into Holiday Ever After, because I only have like 2 more books to read after I finish He Knows When You're Awake. I don't know if we're going to have time to read Good Spirits as well. We'll see. If I finish this book today, this one, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal to finish 4 other books, but we'll see, because I only have like 7 days to do that because Christmas is on a Thursday, I believe. Yeah. So, and I'm working Christmas Eve. So annoying. I mean, I don't care about working Christmas Eve. It's just my shift is 9 hours. Why is it a 9-hour shift? I might talk to my manager tomorrow and be like, hey, can I like shorten my shift a little bit? Like, I wouldn't mind working 9 hours if I was in at like 11 rather than 9:45. I'm going to ask them if I could come in at 11 or even like 11:30. Like, if I could do an 11:30 to 6:30, I'd be like, can I do that instead of 9:45? Like, can we shorten it just like an hour and a half, you know? But we'll see. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go because my throat is dying. And I will check back in with you guys. I'm probably just going to check in when I'm done with this book because, again, there's not really much happening. So, yeah, that's it. Bye. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Also, today's literally the only day that I have time to go Christmas shopping for my family. I don't know if I'm going to do my other friends' gifts yet today because I have a little bit more time to do that. I just need to go Christmas shopping for my mom, my dad, and my brother. So, I'm probably still going to get my dad something. I don't know. I just feel like I feel obligated. Even though I don't have to, I do anyway. Because my dad doesn't really get us anything, but, you know, he does take care of us all year, so, yeah. My mom always gets me stuff, too, so. I just get her a gift card to the same place. Because people are like, you know, don't you think that's so impersonal? I'm like, no. It's not, because my family, like, literally love gift cards. Like, I've gotten my brother a shirt from Lucky Brand every year and literally has never worn any of them. I got him a Grinch shirt 2 years ago, have not seen it once on his body, except for the day that I got it for him. And last year I got him a PlayStation gift card, so I think I'm just going to get him the same thing as another PlayStation gift card because he has a PS4. So... And for my mom, I just get one to J. Jill, and my dad, I'm just going to get, like, I don't know, something. Some kind of wine thing, or maybe, like, a golf. Well, my brother usually gets him a golf calendar, so I don't know. Or I'll get him something wine related. That's like the only two things my dad cares about. But for my best friend, I do need to get him his birthday gift, but so I'm not going to get him his Christmas gift either yet. But honestly, well, I could go just Christmas shopping for my friends next Friday because I'm off next Friday too. It's just this weekend I have like no time to do anything because I'm working. So, but yeah, since I'm going to go Christmas shopping, I'm going to get my Christmas nails finally. I have had these nails for over 3 weeks, and it's literally killing me that I haven't gotten them done yet. So I'm finally going to get them done today. So that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there, guys. So I wanted to let you guys know that I did finish Holly by Adeline Grace. This is the holiday novella in the Belladonna series. This was okay. It wasn't really that great, but I finished it literally in a day. And also, my nails match this book, like, literally perfectly. It's so pretty because I got my Christmas nails finally. I finally got my nails done. I haven't got my nails done since, like, the day before Thanksgiving. The last week of November. And I think that was almost 3 weeks ago, or probably more. Yeah, almost 3 weeks. Today would have been 3 weeks. So, yeah, they're so pretty. Look at them. I love them. So I went to a different place that I think I'm just going to be going here from now on because this was $70 for the entire thing. $70. Each for the powder was $40, and then for all the nail designs was $30 altogether. $30. That's like maybe $3 per nail. Yeah. Yeah, $3 per nail design. Frickin' Sun charges $10 per nail. So if I did this at Sun, this would be like an extra $100 for the design, and the powder would have been $40 plus the glitter and the 2 different colors. It probably would have been close to like almost $200. This was $70. So I went to a place that my coworker recommended to me. That's like pretty close to me. Sun is closer, but honestly, they did an incredible job and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. Like sometimes when I go to Sun, they do mostly what I want to do, but sometimes like when I ask them what color I want and what design I want, sometimes it doesn't always turn out exactly the way I want it to. This is literally exactly the way I wanted it to turn out. Maybe a little bit differently than the picture, but honestly, in such a great way because it looks so fucking goddamn good. Like, I freaking love it. So I'm so glad that I got my holiday nails. I'm trying to show you the thumbs. They're so pretty. I love them. I love the little Christmas lights one. I actually asked her to do that one. I wanted a Christmas tree, but I couldn't find any good Christmas tree design, so I just found this really cute Christmas lights one. So I was like, can I do that? And she was like, that's really cute. She's like, that was a really good choice. I was like, yeah, it's like I have a good eye or something. So yeah, I love them. I'm freaking obsessed. I'm going to keep on staring at them. But anyway, this was okay. Basically, it had like a little bit of a mystery plot where they had to get these spirits back into like the afterlife because they were wanting to perform like a song to Cigna for Christmas, and that was pretty much the like mystery plot that was going on in here. But there was also like a bonus chapter in here that apparently woke up another deity. I don't know if that means there's going to be a continuation of this because it kind of left off a bit on a bit of a cliffhanger. Not anything like, oh my god, I can't wait to read the next book. Like nothing like that, but I guess we'll see where it goes. But I don't see anything else that was announced for this series. This was the last like little book that was announced for it. Like I haven't seen anything else. And they end up, effing and having Christmas presents and giving Christmas presents to each other. And that's about it. Like, that was really all that happened in this book. There wasn't really anything that crazy going on. So I'm just giving this a 3 stars, like, not rounding it up or anything. Like, it's just I think that Spectacular was better than this one. I just didn't really feel anything towards it, you know? Like, it was okay. 2 stars, like, really boring for me, and just, like, insta love and super cringe, and 1 star is I've absolutely hated it, but 3 stars, it's just okay. Usually with 3 stars, I had a good time, but I'm not obsessed, you know? Okay. So that's it for that one. And then I'm going to go into, I actually already started it. Can I speak English? Actually already started it. He Knows When You're Awake by Alta Hensley. I'm only on page 20 because I started reading it at the nail salon, but then I didn't do any more reading tonight. I did finish that book though. I read like 40 pages of it earlier. I might actually read a bit in Aaliyah's sprint right now because she's doing a sprint, so I might actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't think she's doing a worship thing. I think she's actually reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I will read a little bit of this book right now because I actually did watch a show earlier. I started watching The Hunting Wives on Netflix. I'm addicted. It's so fucking good, you guys. I already watched 3 episodes. I watched 2 episodes today. I haven't done that in forever because I'm usually reading all the time. But now since I already watched 2 episodes, now I can read a little bit. And then I'm gonna, I might go read somewhere else though. Just to get ready for bed. Because I did sit in my bed for a while earlier. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye. But it's so good. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch more. I almost kind of want to watch another episode tonight, and there are some YouTube videos I want to watch, but I'm probably just gonna watch YouTube after this. So yeah, that's it. Bye. I'm so dumb. I forgot to tell you guys what this book is about. So, He Knows When You're Awake is this, like I said, it's the second book in the Naughty or Nice series. And basically, this book, it's a little cringe already, to be honest. I don't think I'm liking this one as much as the first one, but we'll see where it goes. But honestly, this is exactly what my brain needs right now. Like, I can't read anything, like, too crazy. I'm so glad that I decided just to start my holiday TBR this weekend. I mean, again, I already read the first one last weekend, and this weekend I'm reading this one. So it says Stalking in a Winter Wonderland, which is actually really funny. So anyway, this one is basically just based on Chloe's best friend in the first book, which is Sloane. So now this is her story, her falling in love with her dark romance lover. So, and apparently she has a stalker too, because it's a stalker romance series. So I'm very excited to read this one. This is probably going to be the last dark romance that I read this year because I think I have all fantasy books and regular romance books on my TBR for the rest of December after this. So then we will go into the holiday romance books. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that I did finish the 3rd book for this video, which was He Knows When You're Awake by Alta Hensley. I just finished it this morning because I couldn't really fall back asleep. So I only had like an hour left, so I just listened to the rest. I read like maybe 100 or so pages of this. I read like maybe not even 50 pages yesterday because I worked 1 to 10 yesterday. Today I'm working 12 to 9, so. And this book was okay. It really wasn't that great, honestly. I didn't really like the writing of this one. I felt like this one was too insta-lovey. Even though, you know, he's been following her for forever, like, she kind of, like, submits to him too quickly, and it was kind of dumb, honestly. Like, I just really didn't like this one as much as the first one. I honestly feel like giving this one, like, a 2.75. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, but honestly, I really didn't like it. So, I think I'm going to give it the same rating as Caught Up, which I think I gave Caught Up a 2.75 as well, but I rounded it up to a 3. So there wasn't really much else to this. I didn't really feel the suspense of this one as much as I did the first one. I just thought the first one was a lot more enjoyable. This one was kind of just a cheesy, cliche plot. It was trying to be like a mafia romance, but like it really wasn't. And I don't know, I didn't really feel the chemistry between the two of them that much because, again, I feel like they just started doing stuff a little bit too fast without any like build up. Like, he's been watching her for a while and like kind of the same thing as the first book, but the first book you felt like more of the that you couldn't wait till they were together because you loved the mystery of like her not knowing that it's him yet. For this one, we knew like right away, which isn't a big deal, but it's like he does share like his past with her. There's like someone that died in the past and they were trying to make sure that he wasn't involved in it. And then it turned out to be this guy Julian, and Julian's trying to make like a competing Christmas jewelry line that Sloane is trying to complete by New Year's Eve for Cole because she leaves her job and they end up like basically firing her. They make her leave like right away rather than giving her 2 weeks to go. So, to leave. So yeah, basically, then she gets kidnapped by Julian's men. I think I missed a little bit on how she got kidnapped, but honestly, I didn't even really care anymore. So I didn't bother to go back and find out because I don't know. I just feel like we needed a little bit more of Cole's perspective. And it was kind of just them lusting after each other the whole time. And again, it wasn't really enough of a build up for me to really care. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. There really was nothing else to it. I don't know if there's going to be a third book, but I'm hoping we see something different from her. Because there were some parts that were funny. Like I said, it just wasn't enough of a story for me. So I got to go to work now. I did start the 4th book for this video already. I'm honestly shocked on how fast I'm getting through these books, but they're just Christmas books, so it doesn't take me that long. So now I'm reading Hannah Grace's Holiday Ever After. I really wanted to start this one, and so far I think it's cute. Most people complain that it was boring, but I think it's cute so far. So we'll see how it goes. This is my first book by her because, like I said, I didn't read Icebreaker or Wildfire or Daydream. I heard Daydream's like her best book. I'm on page 36, chapter 5, because I just started it this morning on my Kindle. And I just started listening to it while I was getting ready for work, and I'm already 10% in, so, because I listen on like 2 times the speed. And so far, it's about this girl that works for like this doll charity thing, and I'm not really sure what Jack does. And that's really it so far. I'll update you more when I know more because I'm kind of tired. So, basically, they just went out for a drink right now, and he buys her a drink, and she's like so shocked. That's about it. But I don't really have that much time to tell you guys what it's about. I will tell you guys more later. So yeah, I'm gonna go to work now, so bye. Okay, so hey there guys. So it is quite a few days later since I started this vlog. I did not make any check-ins because I have been fighting sickness, as you can hear in my voice. I had a feeling I was gonna get sick during Christmas time at Apple, so here I am with a fucking cold again. So I was kind of losing my voice a bit yesterday, and my throat doesn't feel that much better today, but I wanted to at least recap the books that I ended up finishing in this vlog, because I ended up finishing all the Christmas books that I wanted to read on Christmas. So I finished the book that I last told you guys that I was reading, like 3 days ago, I think. And that was Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. I just don't want to talk for too long, so I'm going to tell you guys that I finished this, I think the 22nd or the 23rd, I believe. I think it was like the 22nd. Yeah, it was the 22nd because the other book I finished was Christmas Eve, which was last night.
And I was trying to tell you guys what this book was about, but I couldn't fucking remember because sometimes I don't pay much attention when I'm listening to it, but when I eventually got into it, I know exactly what it's about because it's a fucking romance. Like, how hard is it to determine what it's about? So basically, the main female character, which I already forgot her name, like their names always leave me as soon as I read the books, is Clara, which is so funny because the other book I just read, one of the main female characters' names in the one that I read today was Clara. Clara and Jack. So Clara basically works for like this huge toy company that her father owns. And Jack works for like a smaller toy company that makes like personalized toys in like a smaller town. And she like decides to go there for a job for her father, and basically she wants to like show off this town to give exposure to, because she's always hated working for like the big toy company that her father makes her work for him. And basically, it's that typical like, I need to leave soon, like I'm only staying for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm leaving after the holidays, but she ends up staying, and he's wondering why she's not leaving. But I thought this book was fucking hysterical. I loved the banter between the two of them. And I thought this was really good. I actually think this might have been my favorite holiday book that I read in this video. I think this was my absolute favorite one. And a lot of people said that they didn't like this one, but I thought it was adorable. I really loved their romance. It had everything that I needed in a romance. It was a little spicy, but I thought it was really cute. So that's basically what it was about. She ends up staying, they end up falling in love, and it was adorable. I really liked it. So I gave this one a 4.35 stars because I thought 4.25 was a little too little. So I rounded it up a little bit because I thought it was really cute. And that was my first Hannah Grace book, and I really liked it. So next up, I wasn't sure if I was going to, and I read these all on my Kindle, by the way. I bought this one on my Kindle because they didn't have it from the library, because this one is very popular right now. All the other ones that I read in this video were from Kindle Unlimited, except for Holly, which was the only one that I owned physically, because like I said, I collect the ones from the Belladonna series. And this book I bought on Kindle because I wasn't buying the physical book. It was like $9 on my Kindle. Sorry, my friend messaged me. So yeah. The next book that I read, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to read this or not, but I was like, you know what? I kind of wanted to read it and squeeze one more like full-length novel before I read the novella that I read today. And that was B.K. Borison's Good Spirits. I was like, if I don't read this now, I'm not going to read this until next year, until next December. So I was like, I might as well read it. And I kind of wanted something that reminded me of Christmas Carol because it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. And also, I wore my Grinch sweatshirt today, by the way. I live in this sweatshirt like the week before Christmas, and the week during Christmas is the only sweatshirt that I wear at home. So I had to wear it today. I didn't wear any makeup today because I was like, I'm not wearing makeup when I'm sick. I wore makeup yesterday and the day before. I wore makeup all weekend because I was working all weekend. And also my best friend's birthday. My voice was not as bad as it was today. So anyway, I read this book. And basically, like I said, it was like a spin-off of Christmas Carol. The two main characters are Harriet and Nolan. Harriet is still alive, and Nolan is haunting her. Like, he's the ghost that haunts her. And it's not like 3 different ghosts. Like, he basically just shows, like, it's not her past, present, and future. He just mostly shows a lot of past memories. And then the spin is that Nolan has never been able to access his memories before, but now since Nolan and Harriet are romantically connecting, because obviously they develop a romance, Nolan's able to look into his past as well. And that's why I thought it was so funny. This was actually probably my favorite B.K. Borison book that I've read so far. And like I said, I didn't think I was going to read it because like I said, I really like B.K. Borison's books in the like first 60 to almost 70% of her books. And then, like I said before, her books usually go downhill for me from there. So I ended up giving like Love Light Farms like a 3.75, and then First Time Caller, I think, a 4 stars, because like I said, with First Time Caller, I had like 5-star feelings the majority of the book. And then the last 20% like just went downhill for me. This didn't do that. This was actually really, really good. I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to spoil this one, because I know a lot of people are reading it right now. I think that part is like on the synopsis anyway. I'm not sure if I spoiled it. I'm sorry, but I'm not really giving that much away. Obviously, they develop a romance. The only thing that I didn't love about this, though, is that isn't Nolan like over 100 years old? Because he was born like in, I think he was born in like the 20s or something. I'm not really sure how old he is as compared to her, but he's like way older than her, obviously. And I don't remember exactly how he died. I don't remember if they explained it, because there ends up being a twist where like they don't explain how he died and something else happens. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But besides that, I really enjoyed this book, so I gave it a 4.25 stars. So let me just recap the last one that I just ended up finishing, that I told you guys I was going to read in this video as well. I pulled up all the covers before I went into these. And that is Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young. And like I said before, this was the last Hannah Bonham Young book that I had to read. And now I've completed her entire backlist. So at least I completed one more goal that I had for 2025, because I really love Hannah Bonham Young's books. And actually, I read 5 Hannah Bonham Young books this year. Yeah, I did, because literally the only one that I read last year was Out on a Limb. I read 4 of her books this year. So I think she's my most read romance author this year, which I didn't even realize that she was my most read romance author this year. I don't think I read any other romance author more than her, because she had 2 new releases this year, which was Out of the Woods and People Watching, and I read both of those this year, obviously. And then I read her other series, which was Next of Kin and Next to You, during like February. When I was reading the Beartown series, I read those as palate cleansers in between that devastating series. So I really enjoy her books. So I actually wanted to read this last year, but I didn't get to it. So I wanted to make sure I read it this year. And this was really, really cute. So this was like a sapphic lesbian holiday novella. And the 2 main characters are Clara and Evan. And basically, Evan's parents have basically casted her out as being gay, because they've never accepted her being gay. And they've been like childhood best friends to lovers, back to like, breaking up and like kind of being friends again, back to lovers. So basically, I listened to the majority of this morning, and I got like 90 pages into it, because it said I only had like 2.5 hours listening to it on my Kindle. And then I read like the last, like, I think I read like 60 pages of it today. So because I ended up on like page 90. And then I read like 20 pages while like in between baking stuff with my mom today. And then I just banged out the last 40 pages. Like right now, I just finished it like maybe not even a half hour ago. And it was really cute. Basically, Evan brings Clara home for the holidays and like wants her to spend it with her parents, because they end up dating again, obviously, like I said. And it's a little bit awkward for Clara, because she doesn't feel like she's going to be fully accepted, but Evan like really wants to invite her into her family, and her parents are like really welcoming, and basically that's what happens. It was really cute. I really liked it. I gave it a 4 stars. That's all I'm going to say, because again, I don't really want to spoil it. The banter was funny. I thought this was I think this was better than Next of Kin, because Next of Kin is my least favorite Hannah Bonham Young book, because I think that book is so cheesy. And then I would probably say Next to You, and then I would probably say this book. And then I would say Out of the Woods, People Watching, Out of the Woods, and Out on a Limb. On a Limb is still my favorite book from Hannah Bonham Young, and it's most people's favorite book. But it's the only one I've rated 5 stars by her. Obviously, I wasn't going to rate this 5 stars, but I thought this was really, really cute. I really liked it. So, yeah, those are all the holiday books that I read this Christmas season. And I think I did a pretty good job because I ended up reading 7 last year and I ended up reading 6 this year. I thought I wasn't going to read as many this year because I thought I didn't have as many on my TBR. But that's only because I added He Sees You When You're Sleeping and He Knows When You're Awake to my TBR this year because I had no intention of reading those and I felt like those books got really popular. So I wanted to read them. So now I'm going to rank the books and then I'm going to go because my throat is dying. So let me just pull up my list again really quick. So number 6 has to be He Knows When You're Awake. That was definitely my least favorite one. I just didn't really like it as much as the first one. I loved the first one so much more. Then number 5 would be Holly because it wasn't that great. I only rated it like a 3 or 3.25. Like, it was okay. But I much prefer like the Belladonna series, but this was just another Christmas novella. Like, I didn't think I was gonna love it. So it was still cute though. Then number 4 is Set the Record Straight. Like I said, I gave that a 4 stars. It was cute. Not my absolute favorite, but it was like in the middle. It's still a good book. And then number 3 is Good Spirits. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be. I really enjoyed it. And then I think I gave He Sees You When You're Sleeping a 4.5. I think that's a little high. Let me double check my rating really quick because I really, really enjoyed it. I honestly still think that might have been my favorite one in this video. So I go from the first book being the best and the second book being the worst. So let me just double check what my rating was because I think I read it last weekend. When the hell did I read it? He Sees You When You're Sleeping. I did give it a 4.5. You know what? I think that was my favorite book. I had the most fun reading that book. So number 2 is Holiday Ever After. Is that what it's called? Why do I keep on forgetting the name already? Yeah, Holiday Ever After. I think that's number 2. But honestly, I think they're kind of tied. Because I think I'm going to lower He Sees You When You're Sleeping to like another 4.35. But honestly, I really freaking enjoyed it. I was like on the edge of my seat the whole time. So number 2 is Holiday Ever After, Never After, whatever the fuck it's called. Oh my god. Am I like so dumb? Holiday Ever After, and then number 1 is He Sees You When You're Sleeping. Because Holiday Ever After I gave a 4.35 and He Sees You When You're Sleeping I gave it a 4.5. So yeah, that's my ranking, and those are the books that I read this Christmas. And I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you have a wonderful new year as well. I think the last video I'm going to be posting is my 25 and 2025 vlog on the 2025 books that I'm trying to finish from that list. I already finished 2 of them. I'm trying to read a third one as my last book of my 25 and 2025 list that I would like to get to because I definitely didn't read all of them this year. But I would like to read this book before the year is over. And then after that, I'm really hoping to post my 26 and 2026 list. I don't know when I'm going to be able to film that. Probably next week. Definitely when I'm feeling better. So it's probably going to be next week at some point. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm really excited to post that 25 and 2025 vlog. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at SweetLady19 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And also my Goodreads and my TikTok are listed in the description box below. I plugged my Poshmark again because I actually sold a couple of things on it recently, the past like month or 2. I sold an eyeshadow palette and a blush palette, so I'm actually surprised people are still purchasing from there because I haven't updated it in probably a year or so because I have so much used makeup that I need to list there still, but I just haven't had a chance. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to go because my throat is dying. So yeah, let me know if you read any of these books and keep reading. Bye.